Coming up with something funny to say at the start of a video is very emotionally taxing. And I think that's the most Scorpio thing I've ever said. Yeah. Hello, my name is Allie Merrell. So welcome to my new series where I am going to be doing different astrology inspired makeup that are everyday looks. I've noticed a lot of different star sign inspired makeup are super artistic and super abstract and not super wearable. So I wanted to get out a bunch of everyday wearable astrology inspired makeup looks. If you want to see how I finish this look, then keep on watching. Alright, let's get to filming. So, without further ado, welcome to the Pisces video. So this makeup look is inspired by a bunch of different looks. I'll put them all up here by a bunch of different amazing artists. I just wanted to pull out the like holographic, emotional, and watery side of the Pisces with also like a little bit of sweetness to it. So to start off this makeup look, I'm going to use a tinted moisturizer because I don't want my look to be super heavy and high coverage and perfected. I want it to be pretty dewy and fresh. So I'm going to be using the Nars Radiant Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Alaska. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my hand, and on a Real Technique sculpting brush, just brush that all over my face. If you have naturally perfect skin, I would actually recommend doing this maybe with just a little bit of concealer, just to like cover up those under eyes. I personally don't, as you can see, so I'm just adding some tinted moisturizer. But I'm just making sure to blend this all over my face so I get a really even coverage. I'm going to put on the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. This is just the original one. And I'm just going to put that on both my eyes. Now we're going to get into the eye look. I'm going to be using my Morphe 39A palette, and I'm going to take this shade and just put that all over my crease. You want kind of like a warm brown, and I'm just bringing it in my crease and up a little bit and just blending it out. And then the same on the other side. I'm just going to pull a little bit just in on both sides just to make sure that I get kind of a halo look. You want a really good even wash of that on your brow bone. We're gonna get into the fun part. I have this Lime Crime Diamond Crushers like lip topper thing. I'm gonna be using this on my eyes. I would say use anything like holographic, like if you have like a holographic highlighter or something like an eyeshadow or something, just use that. I'm just using this because it has a bit more glitter to it. So I'm just gonna put that right here. And then just blend the sides out with my fingers a little bit. I really want the center and like my lash line to be super pigmented. Just layer it up there. So I'm a Scorpio, so I tend to get along really, really well with Pisces. Shout out to my water signs, aka my crybabies. But when I think Pisces, I generally tend to think like emotional, soft, and really artistic, which a lot of people also think of when they think Aquarius. If you go in like modern aesthetic, I think of Aquarius as like space aesthetic, Pisces as like mermaid aesthetic. So that's kind of what I'm going for today, and I'm just like glopping this stuff on. Now that that is done, I'm just gonna let it dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back to that hollow shade. Oh, this is in the shade Trip as well. Do another little layer and just blend those sparkles out a little bit more. So I'm gonna take my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla, and I'm just gonna put that under my eyes just a little bit to cover up any redness I might have, and then on any blemishes. And then I'm just gonna put it down my nose and right here just to give a bit of highlight. Astrology isn't necessarily the most reliable of determinators. I think astrology is super fun to like look into and be a little bit introspective about. I don't think I necessarily believe in it and take it as law, but like I am a flirty bitch. Because people love personality quizzes and being told which Disney princess they are and making a pizza and getting told what Buffy the Vampire Slayer monster they would be. And astrology is just that, but constellations. And a lot of people don't really like astrology because a lot of it could apply to a bunch of people. But I think that's the fun of it. Like, sure, when I look at Libra, I'm not good at making decisions. So I relate to that. But like, whenever I see astrology signs as the Avengers, yeah, I'm Black Widow. Of course I'm Black Widow. Now I'm gonna go into my powder. I'm gonna be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. I am not gonna put powder over like right here here because I'm going to be using a cream highlight under my eyes, on my nose. Now I'm going to finish up the eyes out of my Morphe 35O palette. These two shades, this one and this one, I'm going to take those on just a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply it just below my lash line right here. Blend it out right underneath the eyes. I really wanted like really wide separated lashes, but your lashes have to be waterproof if you're a water sign, so you don't cry your mascara off. So waterproof better than sex, which I personally think is the best waterproof mascara out there. It's not impossible to take off, but this stuff doesn't come off if you're crying or in a pool. It's great. So I'm just gonna apply that to my upper and lower lashes. Quick tip on mascara. If you're wanting to do multiple coats, let the mascara get a little bit tacky before you put on a second coat. It'll layer better and look thicker. Okay, and now the coat on this one's done. I'm just gonna go back over and do another coat on this eye. Now I am putting a good deal of mascara on my lower lashes just because I want to make my eyes look super round and like innocent. I'm going to be using the Benefit Goof Proof Pencil in the shade 3 and the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Gel in Dutch, and I'm just gonna put my brows on normally. I don't really know what I would like do specifically for like a Pisces specific look. I guess maybe like more feathery brows. This brow gel, it tends to like let my brows get a little thicker looking. Then I'm gonna take my brow gel and do that good old-fashioned tease and tame technique, where you just brush up and then across. And I'm just brushing up some more of my front hairs up here just to give them a bit more weight. I feel like I don't control my brows, but my brows control me. Now I'm gonna take my Hourglass Ambient Bronzer in the shade Diffused Bronze Light on a Real Techniques 100 brush. I'm just gonna put this all over my face just to give myself a really like shimmery, glowy bronze look, like holographic beachy. You know, mermaid. I'm gonna take my Too Faced Sweetheart blush in the shade Sparkling Bellini. Just gonna put that on the apples of my cheeks. This is a nice, like, warm blush, just to add a little bit of color back into your look. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm gonna take my Inc.credible You Glow Girl Iridescent Jelly in the shade Cosmic Blur, and I'm just gonna use this as a highlight pretty much all over my face. And it looks like this, so it's gonna be interesting to try to put on. I'm gonna take a little bit and put it just along here. Putting a lot because I want it to be super, super pigmented. Just down my nose. Really get that subtle iridescent holographic look. Now I've been really loving jelly highlighters. I find them kind of difficult to deal with because I personally put on a lot of powder. My makeup tends to get pretty oily by the end of the day, so whatever I put on, I might have to put something on top of it. And do the same on the other side. Then I'm just gonna bring it up just a little bit up here, a little bit on my chin, just to bring the whole look together, and right here. I'm gonna put a little bit more on top of it, just right at the tips of my cheekbones. And once I'm happy with that, I'm gonna take my Becca Cosmetics Prismatic Amethyst highlighter. I bought this like years ago. I was like, oh, this would work perfectly for this look. Then on an Anastasia highlighting brush, I'm just gonna layer that over the other highlighter, just to kind of set it a little bit, just along my nose, tip of my nose too. And then I'm gonna go back into my Lime Crime Diamond Crusher, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of that on the tip of my finger, and I'm gonna apply it to my inner corner. Now I'm just gonna take a little brush and put the Becca highlight into my inner corner, just to top it off a little bit. Now I like using this one on a more day-to-day basis, which technically you could do this look with just this highlight. I just really wanted to use this new jelly highlight that I got. But this one has a more pink holographic look. So I don't normally use lip liner, but I'm gonna use it today because I really want my lips to look like big and pouty. So I'm gonna be using the Kylie Jenner lip liner from her lip kit in the shade Kristen. I'm not gonna be using the liquid lipstick today, but I am gonna be using the lip liner. I want to line directly on the line on the outer part of my lip. Then on the lower part of my lip, you can just overline just a little bit. I find overlining looks a lot more natural if you overline on the center and then line correctly on the outer parts. And I'm just smoothing out my Cupid's bow just a little bit, just to keep my lips looking like super smooth. This looks goofy. Okay, now I'm gonna take my NYX Soft Lip Cream in the shade Canne. I use this all the time so much, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lips. I wanted to go for a really rosy shade. That way you keep the kind of warm factor of it to give a bit more of a super feminine look to the look. And I'm just gonna wait for this to dry because I'm gonna put gloss on top of it in a second. Hope my camera didn't catch that in the audio. I'm a little hungry. So while I'm waiting for this to kind of dry a little bit, I am gonna look at a zodiac description of Pisces. Pisces are water signs and their colors are mauve, lilac, purple, violet, and sea green. I feel like the mermaid aesthetic that's popular right now super fits like the Pisces mood, especially for the kind of person that does wear makeup. Ooh, apparently your greatest overall compatibility is Virgo and Taurus. I am also very compatible with Tauruses. Strengths: compassionate, artistic, intuitive, gentle, wise, and musical. Whenever I think of Pisces, I think of artists. I went to an arts high school and I was in the writing emphasis. A lot of the people in my emphasis were Pisces because they were just really emotional and artistic. Poetry kind of serves that, I think. And you're a water sign, so you're characterized by empathy and expressed emotional capacity. That is the main thing of water signs, is y'all, well, we are very empathetic and emotional creatures, which I think I'd agree with that. Today though, I haven't cried, which is pretty good, I think. Now that my lipstick is dry, I'm gonna take the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Double Agent. I got this because it's very pink and holographic-y. And I'm just gonna put that right over my lipstick. And I'm kind of piling this on to really get that glitter in there. And then there you have it. This is my finished Pisces everyday makeup tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Pisces inspired look and find great use out of it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click that bell button so you know when I upload videos. Let me know in the comments what your star sign is, because that will be coming up within the next few weeks or so. And to all my Aries friends, look out next week. I will continue along the astrology list every week until we're finished and we've done all of them. If there's anything else that you guys want to see, let me know in the comments too, or you could tweet at me. All of my links are in the description. So have a pleasant rest of your day. Bye!